Um, Hello, everyone. How are you all? I'm sure you are ready for your exams now. Let's go ahead with the debrief of Section C for your taxation exam. This is just to make you all accustomed with your CB platform as well as to know how to handle the Section C questions within the timed environment in the exam. So let's proceed now. And here I'm taking the pre-March mock exam only, and we are doing Section C here. This is the first scenario. You know, you'll have three questions from Section C. One is going to be for 10 marks, another is going to be for 15 marks, and one more for 15 marks. So let's start with the 10 marker first. This is the scenario given to you. Let's quickly read it and let's do the first one. But do I need to read it in full? Like I've always suggested you, never read the full scenario first. It is just going to take a lot of time of yours. Just read the introduction and the question requirement and then read the paragraphs further and solve it accordingly. Okay, let's resume now. So this scenario relates to four requirements. You should assume that today's date is 1st March 24. Deborah, a marketing consultant, has agreed to a 12-month project to rebrand the marketing strategy for Class Limited, for which she will be paid a total of £56,000. Deborah has been informed that Class Limited plans to treat this as an employment contract, but Deborah believes that she should be classified as a self-employed. Okay, let's read the requirement first. List four factors that would indicate Deborah should be considered self employed rather than an employee in her engagement with Class Limited. You should confine your answers to the information which is given in the question only so that we don't have to really write any other general points. This is 2 marks, half a mark for every point. The word screen is already there in front of you. You just have to start typing. So let's read the 4 points and accordingly let's write the four factors which would indicate that Deborah should be considered self-employed. So we have to write the points in favor of self-employment. Okay. Now let's read it here. Now, let's read the first point only. She has agreed to a 12-month project to rebrand the marketing strategy for Class, for which she will be paid a total of 56,000. Okay, it doesn't really show anything. So let's read the first one. The project will start on 6th April 24 and end on 5th April 25. The 56,000 fees will be paid in installments, with each installment paid on successful completion of that part of the project. Deborah has the option to outsource parts of the project to other consultants it's necessary. So I can write down here the four factors. The four factors to indicate self-employment are. Now I can write the four factors. First one is given to me that she can take up the outsourcing. Okay. So Deborah can outsource the work. Okay. Which indicates that she is not required to do the work on her own. Okay. Number two, she will be paid installments at every successful completion of the project. That means what? That if the successful completion of that part of the project does not take place, then she will not be paid. So this definitely is not a contract of employment. This shows a self contract because the financial risk is with Deborah herself. So I can just write down here financial risk of not being paid due to non-completion of the project, of the part of the project, lies with Deborah. Okay. Number C, Deborah will work from her office. She will purchase a laptop of £2,500, which she will use exclusively for business purpose. So she is using her own plant and machinery, which indicates that it is self-employment, right? So Deborah would be using her own laptop and not which will not be provided by class. Okay, D. Oh, you just have to write 4 points. So don't take the pain of writing 5 points. Although focused on the project with class, Deborah is free to engage with other clients and projects she wishes to. Yeah, so she doesn't have to work exclusively for class, right? Deborah is not needed to work exclusively for class limited. Done, and you are done, and you get your you get your 2 marks. Let's see the last one also. Deborah left her previous employment in 1st June 21 and has had no taxable income since then. It is not a valid point to consider you. Okay, so done. Let's go to the next one. Explain how the timing of the payment of income tax on the fees from class. The timing of payment of income tax on the fees from class limited will differ if Deborah is treated as self-employment rather than an employee. This I will just discuss orally. If Deborah is treated an employee, then pay would become applicable on her. And since pay will become applicable on her, so when at the source only, when an income gets generated, then the tax will be deducted that time only, and she would receive the earnings net of pay. Got it? So this is the first point. Second, when it comes to self-employment, then pay is not to be calculated, and then Deborah would only be required to pay taxes along with the filing of the return by the due date of filing the return, which is by 31st January 26 for the tax year 24-25. Done. That's all. Now here I don't have to really do much on the CB platform. Now, just one point, guys. If you want to know how to insert the pound symbol or any symbol, you have to take it from here, insert this, and write always insert, and then it gets inserted. You will get the same screen in your exam also, which you can use. If you want to use on-screen calculator, you can use it here also. You can change the mode and make it standard also. I prefer you to use your own calculator, and for section C, no calculators, except when you're writing in the Word file. Okay. And let's go to the next one. So now the C part on the basis, so far we have done 4 marks already. Okay, we have completed. Now on the basis that Deborah is treated as self-employed and has no other income apart from 56,000 fees from class limited, calculate Deborah's income tax liability and NIC. So I will write here. Now you cannot just write it directly. You'll have to double click it. Okay. Calculation of Deborah's, just for 4 marks, income tax liability and NIC for the tax year 2024-25. You can use the shortcut key Control B, Control I, Control U, Control C, Control V, Control X. If you want to know more about which shortcut keys you can use, you have this help box. So I recommend that you have a look at it before you go for your exams. Okay, so here are all the shortcut keys that are available to you and all the other details that you need to know about your Excel. The tax table is here, which you need to refer to in the questions is here, and these are the exam instructions. So it's better if you read it beforehand only and don't waste your time in your exam time. Okay, now here let's do the calculation. And understand, you will not be able to insert row, insert column here. So be very clear. If you want to leave a space, you can leave out space. Okay, now let's do here. So first I will do calculation of income tax. I can use Control U also. Okay, now, so here I will write trading income. I want to insert the pound symbol. I will go here, insert the symbol. Trading income is 56,000. Now, there was something of 2,500 also. Yeah, 2,500 was that amount that she has used to purchase a laptop. So this would be allowed here as a capital allowance, right? Don't forget to reduce it. Don't forget. So capital allowance will be there, 2,500. because it is a very small amount fully covered by AIE. Now you will get the adjusted trading income. Okay, now I will reduce my PA full 12,570 and I will get my taxable income. 40,930. Now the question tells you the last point that she has no other taxable income since then. That means full BRB is available. So let's calculate liability. Right. So here I will insert the sign and I will write here BRB and 37,700. Ideally, you should do it in this way only in the exam. It gives clarity to the examiner also that you know about these rules and calculation becomes much easier. Right now we have done till 20%. Now let's take the remaining HRB. That will be the remaining amount. 3230, that will be taxed at 40%. So we get here this. Now add it and you get your total tax liability 8832. Done. Now let's calculate NIC. Even I can do it here or I can do it there. I mean, the entire page is available. Okay, so there is no challenge. Calculation of NIC. So now here, we will take the trading income and we will apply class 4 NIC. So here I'll write class 4 NIC applicable. Okay, so now 12,570 till it is not till 50,270. So we'll just take the levels of adjusted netting trading income. No, it is beyond 50,270. So first I will take till 50,270 and then I will take from 53,500 less 50,270. Right? And the percentage applicable here will be 6% and here it will be applicable 2%. Right? Insert the dollar sign or I can simply copy paste it. Now do the multiplication. This multiplied by, in the brackets, please write 50,270 less 12,570. The way that I am presenting your answers, please do the same way only of your, when you're presenting your answers. And here 53,500 less 50,270 multiplied by 2%. Done. Please round it off. Rina? Yeah, so when we round it off, it becomes, actually you cannot do rounding. It will be done here only. So that's okay. So you will get here, take the sum. It becomes 2326 or you can say here or and round it off 2327. Done. So you got both the answers and that's all. You got your 4 marks. Let's go to the next one. Now the final 2 marks. And that completes your 10 marks. Such an easy part, right? Calculate the additional NIC that Deborah would suffer for the tax year if she was treated as an employee of class. Same calculations, everything remaining same. Just that when she'll be treated an employee of the class, of the class limited, you will take the earnings and you'll apply 8%. So I'll do one thing. I'll just copy paste the formula, so that whatever changes I would be needing, I can do it. Let me see if that can be done. Yeah. Okay, so let's do it here. So here I'll just take the earnings. Now the only thing that you have to consider here is that instead of taking 53,500, because that was an adjusted trading income, an employee would not get a capital allowance, right? So we would do it on 56,000. That is the earnings that an employee is earning. Got it? Right? So that's the only difference that we'll do, and this rate will become 8%. Uh, I'll not be able to use F2 also. I'm telling you here everything so that you guys will make the changes accordingly. You have to go here and then make the changes. And here I will do the calculation. Here it will remain same. I will multiply it with 8%, right? So this is same. Here you will have a difference. Instead of 53,500, you will take 56,000. Okay, now it will become 3131. So what is the additional NIC? Because the question doesn't end here, I ask for additional NIC. So the additional NIC would be this minus, what was the last one? 2327. Okay, so you have an additional NIC of 804. Done. You are done with your 10 marker. If you just look at the time, I practically just took 17 minutes, even when 15 minutes, if I say, even when I was explaining you everything. So in the exam, doing this question in 12, 13 minutes will not be a challenge. At max 15 minutes. Okay. Yes, you have a standard time of doing it in 1.8 minutes per minute. So ideally 18 minutes, but I would say keep yourself 15 minutes for this kind of an answer. Okay, let's go to the next one. Yeah, the next one is the next case study, and this question is for 11 marks. The question requires you to do whereas income tax liability for 24-25. So you'll have to prepare this computation and prepare. Now you can use the in between the scroll bar to do the scrolling also. Okay, so that you can increase the screen in case if you want more Excel space. Right? So I think I would prefer this much space. I will keep it till this point. Now let's read the scenario. This scenario relates to three requirements. You'll have three parts of the question. Vera was employed by Five Limited for many years. On 30th June 24, Vera resigned from her employment with Five Limited, and on 1st July 24, she started a new employment with Seven Limited. So from April to July 5, then July 12 onwards, it's 7. The following information is available in respect of Vera's employment. Now, guys, you know that you have to calculate income tax liability. So, I always recommend doing parallel solving. So, I will write here and I will start my solution also parallelly. So, I will write here calculation of Vera's those who have never used CB platform today, please use it after this video that you watch, because I'm telling you it takes time to do questions on CB platform. You're not used to of this platform. So even if you do just one or two questions, you'll get used to of it. Okay, make yourself accustomed. Calculation of whereas income tax liability for the tax year 24-25. Okay, now we have employment income, so definitely I have NSI here. I will insert the pound sign, and whatever other further incomes that we have, I'll keep inserting them. Okay, now here I have employment income. We may be required to do a working note also. So let's see. Whereas now we have two details of 5 and Vera. So let's do the working here. Okay, so here I'll prepare a working note. So here I will write calculation of employment income for from 5 limited and 7 limited. Okay, let's do here. Okay, so here I will write 5 limited. I can do combined also. Even I can do combined. So let's write here only gross salary. Gross salary is in brackets, or actually not in brackets also needed. You can just do the calculations here. Okay, so you will write here total of 72,000 is the gross salary from 5, and 7 limited's gross salary is 90,000. Okay, let's read further. Vera used her own car while working for 5 Limited. During the tax year 24-25, she traveled 1,400 business miles, for which she received an allowance of 50 pence per month. So she has got excess mileage allowance, because allowed here would be 45 pence. She is allowed 50 pence. So we will add the excess mileage allowance. Okay, in bracket you can show the working, that 1400 multiplied by zero point 0.5 less 0.45. Okay, and the same I will do the calculation here. So I get here 70, that will be added here. Okay, now let's read further. This is done for 5. Now let's go for 7. On October 1st, 2024, Vera was provided with a hybrid electric company car with a CO2 emission of, so here I will write car benefit. Hybrid electric car, and she was provided this with 43 grams of CO2 emission and an electric range of 29 miles. The car had a list price of 36,000, or private fuel was paid by Vera only. So there is no fuel benefit that we have to take. Now, what is the mileage, the percentage that we have to see? See the help table. And here, please see the 29 miles is the range. Go to that screen. 29 miles will fall in less than 30 miles. So here we'll take the percentage as 40%. 14%, sorry. So I will take the list price, which is given here, 36,000, and I will multiply it with 14%. Okay. Now, yeah, one thing I have to do. 7 Limited, she joined the 7 Limited for a period of 9 months. Because 3 months she was with 5, right? April, May, June. So here I have to take the salary for 9 months. 90,000. And car benefit also for 9 months. Let's see. She got the car on 1st October. So October, November, December, January, February, March. Only 6 months. So here I will take car benefit for 6 months. Clear? Okay. Now, 7 Limited provided a flat for Vera. So here we have living accommodation benefit. Even if this benefit is 0, you have to show it here and mark it as 0. Otherwise, you will not get marks. Now, 7 Limited provided a flat for Vera to live in from 1st July 24. The flat was purchased by the company on 1st August 17. Stop. See the period between the two periods. Is it more than 6 years or not? 17 plus 6, we get 23. So it is more than 6 years. That means I will not take the original cost. I will take the market value when it is first provided to the employee. The flat was purchased by the company on 1st August 17 for 250,000. That is not important for us. And had a market value on 1st July 24. So we will take the market value on 1st July 24 as 300,000. Okay, now let's do the calculations. But we need a basic charge also, so that I will do the working here only. The company spent 15,000 on improvements on 1st May 21. When you take the cost, then the improvement becomes very important. So here I'll not take improvement also. In market value, we don't add improvement, correct? The annual value of the flat is 6,500. So here I will write basic charge. Basic charge will be 6,500, right? And then I will write additional charge. Additional charge, I will take 300,000. And in your, while you do the question note, just below the line, write a note about it that in case of living accommodation benefit, we will take market value when it is first provided to the employee and not the cost, additional cost and capital improvements as the period between the date when it was purchased by the employer and when it was first provided to the employee is more than 6 years. Write that note in your answer. It will give you half marks. Okay, so here we'll take 300,000 less 75,000 and multiply it with the percentage that we did, which is 2.25%. Now, again, please see when it is first provided to the employee on 1st July. That means we'll take it for 9 months, correct? So I'll take it for 9 months. So I get here in total 3797 and 6500. Okay, let's add it. This also I need to make it for 9 months because this is the annual value, right? This is very important. Every point you have to do 9 months because then if you forget, you will lose marks. Let's get the total here. So it will be this plus 8672. Okay, now let's take the next one. So we have done the living accommodation benefit also. Now 7 Limited provided Vera with an interest-free loan. So I will write here beneficial loan benefit. Okay, now 7 Limited provided Vera with an interest-free loan of 20,000 on 1st August 24. No repayments were made. So this is the average loan only. You will just simply multiply this with the official rate of interest, which is 2.25%. Because entire amount will be the benefit then. So here you are getting 450, right? And when it is provided on 1st July only? No, it is provided on 1st August. So here also I will do it then 1 month less 8 by 12. So you get here 300. Everything done. Now let's get the total here. 151062. It's already been rounded off. So it is 151062 that I will take. But why it is appearing more? Wait. More in the sense. Oh, yes. This also needs to be done, no? Multiplied by 3 by 12. Because the overall salary, see why I found it to be more, the overall salary is 90 plus 72, which is 162. And we have to, and this is the salary for 24 months. So ideally, then my salary should be around 162. That's around 80, 90. It should be there for 1 year. Correct. So this gave me an indication that this amount looks more. So you can also do like this, always cross check yourself in the exam. Yeah, so now see, it is coming approximately equivalent. So now I know that yes, it is coming somewhat what I feel should be the employment income. So here, please link it. Linking will always fetch you marks. It is an instruction by the examiner. Never use calculators and write your answer here. You have to do the calculations here only. Okay, now I've taken employment income. Now let's go to the other part. During the year 24-25, where I received dividends also. And do we have any savings income? No, we don't have any savings income. So here I will write dividend income. That is DI. Even if you lose DI in the exam, that's okay. It will not make you lose marks. Okay, now dividend income is how much? Dividend income is 1500. Now she has made contributions to a personal pension scheme of 6,000 gross. So let's see the total income, because the net income when it exceeds the net income when it exceeds the total of 100,000, then you know that the ANI, when it exceeds total of 100,000, then you know PA will be tapered. So get for that working, we need the total also. Okay, now here net income is the same. So there is no difference. Net income is this, and the total is 98,562. No tapering of PA will be there. Just extension of rate band will be there. So we will reduce PA, and my PA is 12,570. And here also don't forget to reduce it, and you will get your taxable income. Okay. Now you know that BRB will be extended. So here I will write here calculation of income tax liability. Okay, so here I will write BRB, no, gross personal pension contribution, which is here gross amount is mentioned to you 6,000. So extended BRB will be, because you don't need HRB, no, it is not going beyond 125, 140. This plus 37,700. Always write this, it will give you 1 marks plus it will give you clarity. Now let's calculate the taxability. So first I will take NSI, and I will take till 43,700, the full BRB. Tax will be here, I will write BRB, and here I will tax it in 20%. Here you please include it. Let's calculate the tax. Then you take HRB, the remaining income. This less this, and this will be at 40%. Done. Okay. Now there's nothing that I missed. No, there is no tax reducer, nothing that is there. Okay. Now I will be taking the DI. Remember to give the nil rate band of 500. That will be at 0%. Okay. Then I will take BRB. That will be the remaining amount. But remember, you have to apply the dividend rate. That is, oh, I'm sorry, it is HRB. Already BRB is crossed. So HRB will be 1,000, and that will be at the higher rate, 33.75%. Okay, now you add everything and you get your total tax liability. So total tax liability is 25,394. Okay, 25,394. Since they are decimals, you can have one value here and there. That's acceptable. Okay, so I hope I'm clear. 11 marks, done and dusted. Just see the workings that I've done. You just have to write a note here for that market only that I told you. Except for that, everything we have done, you have to do the question solving exactly in the same way only. And we have done so many questions in the class also exactly in the same way. Okay, now let's take the next one. The next one is for 2 marks only. Set out briefly the content and the purpose of the pay form P45. Very important. Which Vera received from 5 Limited when her employment with the company ceased. So now she's leaving. So now she's leaving. So this P45 is for the leavers and joiners, correct? Now the content and the purpose, no due dates are asked. So what can we write here? Vera will be required to get P45 Plum 5 Limited for which will indicate salary for 3 months and the pay deducted for 3 months. Now the same form needs to be given to 7 Limited so that the pay can be calculated correctly for the remaining part of the year, and which will also indicate the salary which is arising from which is from 7 Limited. Done. So 1 marks for 5, 1 marks for 7. Done. Easy. Let's go to the next one. State one advantage and one disadvantage of for Vera of 7 Limited. For Vera 7 Limited payrolling her benefits. Okay, what are the advantage of Vera? Sorry, what are the advantages for Vera when 7 Limited is payrolling her benefits? But she doesn't need to wait for the tax year end to show the benefits in her return and pay taxes. Taxes will already be deducted beforehand. So she will be, kind of saved from any tax liabilities that may come later on, which, she would not be planned for. So she will get the pay deducted, and so the tax liabilities will be adjusted early on only. This is one benefit. But that's a disadvantage also, because that would require cash outflow to be there. She needs to have liquidity. She will receive lower income, lower earnings, because pay will be deducted. That's all on the benefits. So the same advantage I wrote and disadvantage also for it. You just have to write one. So don't take the pain of writing more. Done with your 15 marks also. We have done 25 marks of the question in the class with proper understanding in this year, sorry, in the lecture year, within 35 minutes. Okay, so if you tell me that, ma'am, it's not possible to do these questions in 35 minutes, I'm showing you here. And wherein I'm explaining you also, I'm doing this chit chat also. So around 32 minutes or 30 minutes I've taken to solve these two questions. Okay, now let's take the next one. So see, in the CB platform, you have to do the scrolling also. So you have to be really, really used to with this platform now. Let's take the last question. This is again 15 marker, and this is for the corporations. Now please look at the scenario here. So Darwin Limited owns 100% of Ape Limited, 100%. And both companies, they prepare their accounts to 31st March annually. Thank God their periods are coterminous, they're not non-coterminous. Let's see the requirement. It's for 12 marks. Calculate Darwin Limited's TTP. No corporation tax, only TTP is to be worked out for the year ended 31st March 25. Again, like I told you, I would do this parallel solving. It saves my time, gives me accuracy, and like wherein I think I can do errors like 9 months, 7 months, I do the corrections there only in the calculation. Okay. So here I will write calculation of Darwin Limited's taxable total profits for the year ended 31st March 25. Now let's read it properly. Darwin Limited had an accounting profit of 3600,000 for the year ended 31st March 25. So here when I do the calculation of TTP, again I will insert the pound sign and we'll have a working to be done for the trading profit. So here I will write adjusted trading profit. And here I will do the working. Okay, again we can just copy paste the symbol here. And I'll start with the accounting profit. And anything disallowed, we will add back. Anything allowed, we will reduce it. 3600, which is extra apart from the accounting profit. I can just extend it. It gives me 3600,000. Okay. Now let's go further. Now, the following income and item expenses are given to you. We have to do it here. Now, income is bank interest is received 18,100. It will not be coming here. So I will write here less bank interest 18,100. But at the same time, we know that I will include 18,100 as the non-trade loan relationship. So I can write here non-trade loan relationship. And I will include here 18,100. See, parallel solving makes your life easier. Not the next one. Rent from a spare house, sorry, dividend received from Ape Limited. Dividend received is exempt income, it will not be taxed. Dividend received from unconnected company also will not be taxed. So reduce here dividend income. Okay, we will reduce dividend income from here. How much is the dividend income? I can just take the total here. 92 and 72. Any dividend income, whether from connected company or unconnected company, nothing will be taxed here. So I will reduce here. Wait, I have to reduce this. I'll give the negative sign. Now, I know you can say that, ma'am, should we take the reduction? Can we take it above? Or we do only need to take it down the line only? Ideally, you should take it down the line. So I'll shift it down the line. Okay? 9,200 plus 7,200. Okay, next, let's go to the next one. Rent from a spare warehouse. That is a property business income. It will also not be part of this. So here again, I will reduce property business income, which is 84,000. So that I will reduce from here. And at the same time, I know I will add it here. Property business income. Done. So we are doing it parallelly. Now we have done the half of the portions here. Let's go to the next one. I'll just stretch it a bit. This will make me easy. Expenditure. Depreciation, you know you will add back. So I will write here add back. Okay, what I will add back? Depreciation. How much is to be added back? 635,000. Okay, next one. Loss on disposal of a plant and machinery. That is also to be added back, not an expense which is allowed here, right? We because we already settled it in capital allowances. So loss on disposal of plant and machinery. Spelling mistakes, you're not deducted marks for it. So that's okay. You can ignore it. 3,100. The next is entertainment expenses, including staff entertainment expense of 2,700. Staff entertainment expenses are allowed. So here I will write entertainment expenses which are disallowed. Expenses except staff. Right? So because staff, except for staff, it will be disallowed unless it is overseas customers. No, I'm sorry. Overseas clients is for VAT. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So here we don't have any entertainment expenses allowed unless there is a gift to the clients and the gift is of low amount. Remember, it is not a food, tobacco, voucher, and drink, all that. And it bears a company logo. Except for that, no entertainment expenses are allowed. Only staff entertainment is allowed. So here I'll take 10,500 less 2,700 that we will add back. Next, fine for health and safety breach. Of course, not allowed. You know that which fines are allowed. Remember, for individuals, same rules are allowed for corporations. So, fines for health and safety breach. It is 900. Next is QCD. QCD will not be allowed here. It will be allowed later on. So here I will write, I'll just leave one line in case if there is any other income also that has to be included. Or I can leave two lines also. And I will write here total profits. So see, parallelly when you do, you can prepare your performer also along with it. And it really, really gives you advantage. Okay, now I will reduce from here QCD, which is 5,000. So I will get my TTP. My structure is fully prepared. Okay, now here I will add back QCD because it is not to be allowed here. 5,000. Okay, next. Now you have capital allowances. So here I will write capital allowances. And there's a capital disposal also. That means there is chargeable gains. So one of the place where I left, I will write here chargeable gains. We will calculate it. Okay, now let's see the working. So now we need to do working for capital allowances also. I will write here refer working note. Okay, now let's do the calculations. So here I'm doing the second working for calculation of capital allowances. Done. Okay, now let's see prepare the capital allowances working first. Darwin Limited has at the following pool balances: general and special rate pool. So we have a general pool, that is a main pool, and we have a special rate pool. And then I will write capital allowances. Okay, now we have a TWDV brought forward. So TWDV brought forward is given to you here. How much? 1,250,000. And here we have 213,000. Okay, now Darwin made the following purchases and disposals during the year. Purchases is new air conditioning and new plants. Yes, you will say that, ma'am, 100% FI is available, but we have AIA also. So let's give AIA first. So we will write here assets qualifying for AIA. Okay, I will write here uh, air conditioning, and I will write here plant and machinery. So I need one more column. Here I'll write AIA oblique FIA. Right? And air conditioning cost is 450,000 and here it is 55,000. Get the totals. Okay, and then you will just तुम यहाँ पे चुपचाप कर लेना, बस इधर मत आना, पीछे मत आना, भाग में करो। नहीं कर लो, मुझे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, बस चुप रहो। और यार ये टेडी बेयर सारे इधर इकट्ठे मत करी ना, थोड़ा फैला के इधर रख। Okay. Okay, so we have done the calculation till this point. Now we will give AIA. So I will write here less AIA. Okay, and the same will be allowed under capital allowances. So here the total becomes 0. You can do underline and make it 0. Got it? Okay, let's move forward. Then we just have one more disposal. So I will write here disposal. And in brackets, please write that you take disposal of lower of 19,200 original cost or 6,000 disposal proceeds. So you'll write here lower of 6,000 or 19,200. This will give you 1 marks. Okay, so you know that you will reduce 6,000. That's the lower value. So you will reduce here 6,000. Now, no other point is here. Right, so I'll just get the totals here. I'll do underline and I'll just get the pool balances. So I get my pool balance. Now I will just apply the WDA. Right? So WDA will be at the rate 18% oblique 6%. It is for the full year, right? The period is full 12 months cap. Yes. So here I will take this multiplied by 18% and I will do this multiplied by 6%. Okay. Now I will take the sum here. So I get here 298 and 560. But wait, why is this total coming same? Just a minute. Oh, wrong total. So when I copy paste the formula, it is not copied actually. I have to do it separately. Yes. Okay. So now we have done with this. Now you get TWDV carried forward. Okay. बंद कर गेट आवाज आ रही टीवी की मेरा बस 15 मिनट का और okay so now let's just get the sum I get here 100,020. Yeah, so the sum formulas will not get copied like that. You'll have to do the formula again. Okay, these are small pointers I'm telling you guys. These are small pointers I'm telling you so that you know these points beforehand and you're not troubled in the exam. Okay, so now we have got this. We have got 10010 20080 and 2002220 and get the capital allowances total that you will take to adjusted profits calculation. So we have capital allowances of 6741700 and link it now. Now don't forget that you will not link it, link it. Now you've got everything because I think the next calculation is for capital disposal and the next last one is Darwin Limited's AP for the previous year was 814,000. Okay. And let's get the total here. You will get your adjusted profits. So my adjusted profits are coming out to be I'm sorry, this is to be reduced. Just 1 minute. Because I thought it cannot go beyond 3600,000, no, when we have reduced capital allowances also. I'll just reduce it. Okay, now get the sum. Yeah, now it feels like yes, it seems correct to me. Okay, let's get the totals. Now I will just link it here. My adjusted total profits. Done. So we have got the adjusted total profits here. Now just we need to do the working for chargeable gains. Again, I will write here refer working note. Now even I can do the working note here. So here I will write working note C. And that is calculation of chargeable gains. Remember, you have to give indexation allowance. Don't forget that because it's a corporation. No AEA, only indexation allowance. Okay, now here, Darwin Limited sold a freehold factory on 12th February 25 for 510,000. It was originally bought in November 16 for 285,000. Okay, so and Darwin Limited already bought another smaller factory for 487,000. हो गया तुम्हारा पूरा सब कुछ जो लर्न नहीं किया था चैप्टर्स रीडिंग पूरा। हाँ, तो मेरा बस 10 मिनट को आने, मुझे 2 घंटा लगेगा खाना बनाने में, उसके बाद मैं आपके पास बैठी क्योंकि मुझे पूजा करके आनी होगी। फिर मैं पूरा दिन खाली, रात को भी खाना नहीं, कोई क्लास कुछ नहीं, मतलब वो बना हुआ ही खाना है। तो 5 का वही होता है इसलिए। और रात को बस 9 बजे का आधे घंटे का एक सेशन है, बच्चों की क्वेरीज है, कल एग्जाम है इसलिए। तो बाकी सब होगी, ठीक है। एग्जाम आपकी बाद में क्लास कब है? बाकी भी मुझे बस कंटेंट बनाना है, 2 हफ्ते भी कोई क्लास नहीं है, उसके बाद क्लास है। उसके बाद भी कम क्लास है क्योंकि ऑलमोस्ट सारी रिकॉर्डिंग्स मेरी हो गई हैं। थोड़े चेंजेस के रिकॉर्डिंग्स करो, मैं कर लूँ। अब मैं कर लूँ, है ना। Okay, let's do this. So our starting point would be now here. So you can see that there is another factory also bought. And the factory got sold in February 25. Another one bought in October 24. So can we have rollover relief applicable? Yes. 1 year before, 4 years after, that period is getting met here. And the indexation factor from 16, the original purchase of December 17 is also given to you. Quite easy. Let's do the calculations here. So let me just write here what are the proceeds, gross proceeds, or we can write sale consideration. Sale consideration is 510,000 less cost. Okay, less cost. Cost is given to you here 285,000. And remember, you have to reduce the indexation allowance also. Okay, less indexation allowance, which is 0.047. So you will do on cost, you will multiply 0.047. I get my indexation allowance as 13395. And now I will get my gains before relief. Right? Get the sum here. You get 211,605. You will write it here, less rollover relief. And you will also write here gains to be taxed now, which is very easy. The amount which has not been reinvested will be taxed now. Gains to be taxed now. Okay. Gains to be taxed now will be the amount which has not been reinvested. So what is the amount that has not been reinvested? Please see, the proceeds are 510,000 and we have just reinvested 487,000. So 510,000 less 487,000 will be the amount of gain that you will be taxing now. Clear? Because this amount has not been reinvested. Simple rule that we have always been following. The remaining amount of the gain is to be rolled over, which is 188,605. So what amount of chargeable gains you will be including in the calculation of your TTP? You will be including the 23,000, right? Chargeable gains. Because that is the gain to be taxed now. Done? That's all. Get your TTP and your TTP comes out to be 3,511,700. I know one question can be, ma'am, why this augmented profit is given to you? Maybe in the further question it will be used, but right now in this part it is not used. Okay, not every data is to be used. Clear? Okay, so we have done this. We have got 12 on 12 here. 3 marks more. Let's see the next part, which is the remaining 3 marks. Calculate now Darwin's corporation tax liability and identify the due dates for payment. When you take the corporation tax liability, you need AP figure, and that is why you have the AP figure given. But this is the previous year AP. But this will be when you are doing the calculation for the due dates, because if it is a large company or not, for that we need this data. We can calculate the corporation tax liability. So I will write here TTP. There is a dividend received also. You need the dividend from the non 51% group companies, which is unconnected company. Write it here, get the augmented profit and do the calculations accordingly. Okay, let's do it here. So here we have TTP that I will just take from the previous calculation. Okay, so I will just copy paste it. I'm sorry. Three five double one 700. I'll just copy it and take it here. It is coming. Okay, no issues. It was 3511700. Right. Now I will take dividend from non 51% group company. Unconnected company. I can simply write. Okay. So now here we have, let me see, dividend received from unconnected is 7200. Add it and you get your AP. Okay. This is my augmented profit. Done. Now you know augmented profit is 35,18,900, which is certainly going beyond 250,000. So your life is very easy. You just have to apply main rate. So now corporation tax liability at the rate 25% in brackets main rate. Right? So that will simply be on TTP you'll apply. Okay, don't do the mistake of applying it on AP. You'll applying it on TTP, multiply it with 25%. So your corporation tax liability comes out to be 8,77,925, and this will give you 2 marks. 1 marks for dividend, another mark for calculation. But yeah, but just one thing. When I look at the screen here, Darwin Limited owns Ape Limited. So there are two companies, right? So the threshold will also be revised. Right. So I will just check, although it has crossed the threshold definitely, but then we did not do this checking. So for that, my limit will now be 250,000 divided by 2, which is 125,000. So which is getting exceeded. Yes. Now let's go to the second part of the question, which is identify the due dates for payment. And the last day data is given to me, which clearly tells me that we have to check whether it's a large company or not. So please do the checking here. So now what will be the revised threshold? Revised threshold with two associated companies, with one associated company. 1,500,000 divided by 2, 750,000. So now if you see in the previous year, the augmented profits were 814,000. That means in the previous year it has crossed 750,000. So it was a large company in the previous year. And in current year also, the augmented profits are well above this limit. So they have crossed in the current year also, right? So therefore it's a large company and it will have to pay amounts by 4 quarterly installments. So each quarterly installment amount will be what I'm doing. Yeah, so each quarterly installment amount will be, yeah, this is a tax liability only, correct? Sorry. 214,219,481, right? And when would this be paid? 14th of the seventh month from the start of cap. Cap is starting on April. So 14th of the seventh month will be May, June, July, August, September, October. October. May, June, July, August, September, October. Yeah. April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Seventh month. Right? October. So first installment will be on 14th October. Then 10th month, November, December, January. 14th of January. Then 13th month, 14th of April. Okay. Then 16th month, May, June, July. 14th of July. And the amount of each installment will be 219,481. Done. This gives you your markers. So I hope now you're clear. In all, I have been able to complete all the three questions with all the explanations, chit chats, guidance, everything in around 1 hour. So then completing this in the allocated time is not difficult. But guys, please remember that you keep at least 1 hour 15 minutes for your section C, because of course not this accuracy can be achieved all the time, correct? So keep yourself some extra time. Try to complete your papers maximum between your section A and B, maximum between 1 hour 30 minutes to 1 hour 45 minutes. Maximum in this time zone it should be completed, and then the remaining time in section C. Let's say you are not having the desired time available, don't panic. Whatever best you can give, just give your best. And just give your best paper. I'm sure you'll have a terrific exam. Do well, do great. And section A, B, and C for the debrief videos have all been uploaded. Do write your feedback in the comment section that how these videos have helped you. And thank you so much. Please like the channel, like the video, subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. For more details, please look at the description box and join my Telegram channel for more data, more content, and the documents. Thank you so much.